Hi, my name is Dana Stevenson, and I live in San Francisco. Introduction to my ePortfolio. First of all, currently I'm actually a infrastructure architect at Wells Fargo. But how did I get there? First, I've worked in companies like startups where I was doing .NET development for some of the first online mortgages at the time. Working at a startup gave you a lot of great experience where you got to not only build servers, work with networking teams, late hours in the night, helping them patch networks, but also you got to do development. So at that time, not only was I doing production support, but I was actually helping to build a .NET application for an online mortgage. Incredible experience. Also, I've had really incredible experience at a smaller company where I was kind of the IT manager that supervised a group of 6 people in a consulting firm that helped to manage our kind of help desk operations, if you will. In that role, I had the incredible experience of doing an office relocation. It was an office, a company that was about, I don't know, less than 100 employees in Oakland, and they bought a new office in San Francisco to expand. I was able to order hardware, meet vendors for telecom, uh, build the hardware, meet the infrastructure business partners in San Francisco to get the internet working in the building, get the electricity working in the building, get the phone lines working in the building. And not only that, I was able to build everything myself, create the networks, do IP addressing, put the IP via IP office together for the phone system, for the storage systems, build the storage systems, and actually rack them myself. Incredible experience. In addition to that, I was able to have a little bit of managerial experience with a team of 6, like I said. Also, in my career history, I've had the opportunity to work in the industry of law. At a global law firm, I was the firm-wide DBA working on systems primarily on every database platform, from SQL Server to Oracle, IBM, MySQL at the time, I think Sybase even as well. But some of the roles at that company, too, were very multifaceted. We worked very closely locally. We didn't have remote teams then, and we worked very closely with our networking team, our IT operations team, and also to our business units, which included very powerful attorneys. One of the most memorable experiences that I had, or projects that I worked on, was when we acquired a law firm that was in Singapore. At that time, some of the challenges that we had were, how do we get our 2 networks to communicate? We didn't have these amazing devices that exist today where you just add the device to the network and connect the 2. We didn't have that then. So we actually had to do a whole new scheme of IP addressing. Trust me, we spent several all-nighters re-IP addressing everything, classifying our assets, classifying our devices, re-IPing them so that we could get we could bridge the 2 networks. Another amazing experience there was actually having to get the data within Singapore's law firm into our law applications, if you will. I think at the time, I won't say the names of the applications, but basically client matter data as well as time data, right? How these attorneys build time and the billing system. So at that time, getting international data in a certain data type, we had some conflicts with, I think it was Unicode data type. So that was a really large hurdle. We actually had to purchase a data router at the time, which routed all incoming data from their client matter systems and billing systems. We put it into one repository, and then we mapped it to our existing systems, and then we're able to finally get all of our data integrated. Instead of having two companies with two networks and two systems, and we had one, which was an amazing experience, especially when working with international teams, international data, and which had different regulatory requirements. It was fascinating. So, another part of my job there too was doing development. I built a built a .NET application that helped our CFO determine which attorneys were not turning their bills around fast enough. So that was a lot of fun. I think a lot of attorneys got upset with me because the CFO decided they were going to fine the attorneys if they had the bill on their desk too long. But, attorneys in San Francisco probably don't have problems with money. So that's a little bit about my history. So how did I get to where I am right now? Well, many years as a DBA, joining Wells Fargo, I actually ended up moving to a role on a federated architecture team. That role really made me realize just how incredibly challenging and senior the role of an architect is. The architect really has to understand not only governance, not only risk, not only costs, budgeting, but you have to really know technology, and you also have to really know people. How can you build these relationships? How can you convey to this business that, what, in a delicate way, right? You guys made a horrible decision. How dare you not even include architecture when this is going to cost millions of dollars? So there's a lot of things that someone coming, a more junior employee would probably need to build in order to get into a very comfortable, confident role as an architect. So what are some of the things that I do currently today? So today I'm on what is called the Technology Infrastructure Architect team, and our domain specifically is around databases. So anything that hits any database enterprise-wise at Wells Fargo, that is the team that my team is responsible for being architects for those existing apps and new apps that come in. So one of the roles, like I just touched point on, was, let's work with our business units. Let's see what our business units' strategies are, what type of products they're interested in evaluating. Our innovative team, what do they want to bring to our new customers? What can we do as architects to help them, even though they may have the most brilliant idea in the world and the most amazing product that no other bank has? How can we see if that is a good fit for a use case that fits into not only our existing ecosystem, but strategically aligned technically with where we want to go? So sometimes those conversations get very delicate. Sometimes they get a little political. Sometimes they're very financial. And sometimes they're from a risk perspective. You know what? I'm sorry. Catfish Air for identity authentication management of driver's license? No, we're not going to bring that to the bank. Another role that I play at Wells Fargo is, we simplify architecture during tech refreshes. When we have a project come to me and the team is looking, the platform DB2, for example, LUW is going to be end of life. You know what? We have a 400 terabyte database that serves for multiple lines of business, provides insightful analytical data for strategic decision making. What can we do when we have to be off this hardware by 2019? Architects, help us out. So in that case, what we do is we bring all the business partners together. We do a thorough database platform comparison and invite architects from networking, from data center locations, from application tier, from the storage tier, have a full forum, including our business partners, and evaluate each of the criteria for each of the platforms. And through analysis, that includes costs, that includes how does it fit into our current ecosystem, strategically how it fits, and then a decision is made. So it's a really exciting job, although, I think what I really love about it too is the people. I love getting people together. I love meeting business partners from other aspects of our business, whether it's you know, commercial finance, retail, wealth management, foreign exchange. It's just very, very exciting for me to be in this, to be in an architect role. Really enjoy and encourage everyone to bring their ideas, their thoughts, their concerns, their frustration, their lack of budget to the calls, if you will. So it's those times that are very rewarding to me in this role. Another part of my role is doing actually compliance, if you will. It's called Enterprise Application Security Program. And at Wells Fargo, we really want to do design with security in mind, right? So our role as architects is to make sure that all of the changes that are being implemented to the databases follow our standard secure code protocol, as well are aligned to some of the NIST, National Institute of Standards, security controls for ensuring that systems are developed securely. Another thing that we do as architects, the fun stuff, designs, the technical huddles and engineering sessions that we get in, not only with our business partners, but with our vendors. For example, working on the platform MongoDB, right? So there's a business partner that came in. They currently are using, I can't say or disclose that information, but they currently are using, a vendor product for payments. They want to get rid of the vendor product. They want to build it in-house now. Not only that, they want to move it off of Oracle and bring it on to MongoDB. So it's really exciting to me. I love projects like this because we can get in, really relook at what service we want to provide to our customers, and then technically begin to determine what is the best technical mechanism or architecture or design that we can implement to provide not only the solution or service for our customer today, but tomorrow, right? The things that we're building too. So Friday, spent a couple of hours with MongoDB. We went through some design iterations, finalized my design. Ended up being like a 5-node sharded cluster, and putting those artifacts together, going back to our business partners, having design reviews, and then actually seeing those solutions implemented, presenting it before our architectural review board. It's a very, very rewarding role. So that's currently a little bit about what I do now. So the next question is, well, Dana, how did you even get interested in cybersecurity? I tell you, one of the roles that I was in, I was on a cyber defense. When I first came over to the architecture team, I was assigned a cyber defense project. So I was the lead architect for a cyber defense project to implement a solution that would monitor all database activity on all of our databases enterprise, except Oracle, because Oracle had their own solution. Thanks, Jim Ellis. And so, so that's really when I began to think, I think I'm really interested in security. Before that, didn't really know that, but learning a little bit about some of the compliance laws, learning a little bit about how really critical it is to protect our data and information. Not only the impact it can have to people personally if they're, HR, medical, social security numbers, that, personal identifiable information is breached, the harm and damage it can do to people and their families and to communities is immense. And I just realized that, I'm a little bit more interested in this than I knew. So with that, I thought that I would go ahead and try to get more academic, get academics in cybersecurity. So I applied to several master's programs, and I really was thrilled when I got accepted to the University of San Diego because of its prestigious curriculum. The fact that the curriculum included things like, um, let's see, what do I have? Cyber intel, cryptography, management, management and leadership, networking, secure software designs, architecture, um, how to do Metasploit, the cyber attacks. How to do threat hunting, forensics, so risk management and operational policy. The curriculum in and of itself was so attractive to me because in my current role, the field that the bank is in, I just really thought I would be able to leverage the curriculum right away. And it's true, I already am in my role. So that's kind of how I got into um, my interest in cybersecurity. So where do I want to go from that now? Now that I've achieved my master's, um, where do I want to go today? Well, right now I'm really, happy with my role in architecture. Do I want to lead a team someday? Yeah, I think that I would be a great leader. I would love to lead a team. In architecture, I'm not sure. Cybersecurity, I'm not sure. We'll find out as I grow and work with my managers at Wells Fargo. But absolutely, I think that I would definitely love to manage a team. Also, too, I think growing in the field of security architecture, any opportunity that I have to work with security as an architect would be amazing, which I'm already doing now. So I'm happy. um, so what I really wanted to tell you about today, too, is introduce you to my e-portfolio. And what the e-portfolio is about. Um, the ePortfolio, first of all, if you look at my URL, it's wintermutezz.com. Where did I get that? Many people ask me, well, I'm a sci-fi nerd too. William Gibson's AI, I don't know if any of you have actually read Neuromancer, but Neuromancer was Wintermute. So the AI in Neuromancer was Wintermute. So that's where I get the name Wintermute. My favorite AI. Love the book then and love it now. Um, I named it Let's have a tech huddle. Why? I like sports. I play tennis. I do yoga. I like to swim. Ride my bike in the city of San Francisco. So I wanted to combine that with technology. Let's have a tech huddle. What could be more fun than that, right? So, also too, when you visit and explore my e-portfolio, not only will you get to learn a little bit about me, my hobbies, you'll also learn that I'm LGBTQ. I'm an out lesbian. How about that? Surprise. So with that, I am very dedicated to my community and volunteer in many ways. One, I'm captain and co-captain of tennis teams with the Gay and Lesbian Tennis Federation here in San Francisco called GLTF. Also, too, I've served on the board of Lesbians Who Tech and often try to volunteer and stay involved with that organization as much as I can. I also have spoken at a few conferences, Women in Technology, but also introduced myself as a lesbian in technology. And then last, I also volunteer with the San Francisco Pride Team Member Network with Wells Fargo. Last but not least, you will be able to see the academic rigor that University of San Diego included in its comprehensive curriculum. I just really want to thank the University of San Diego for really teaching me how to uphold very high standards academically, ethically, and morally. And I just really will be taking those values that I was taught through professors, through students, with the rest of my career. I mean, how lucky I was to go to this school and have students that were coming directly from a computer science undergrad program, other students that worked with the Secret Services in Los Angeles, or with the Air Force, or with the Department of Defense, or with the Navy, or with the New York Stock Exchange, or with, I think, Symantec in Silicon Valley. I've worked with students that were from all segments, and it just fostered so many intelligent conversations and discussions that you just wouldn't get anywhere else. I'm very thankful to have been accepted to the program and to make it to the end. Lots of work. So again, in my e-portfolio, you're going to see samples of a lot of the work that was completed that goes to the curriculum that University of San Diego made us all work very, very hard. I would say I did 20 hours a week at least on my homework. One of the things I did not include is my Metasploit VM engineering sample. I'm really not an expert when it comes to hacking, if you will. I know some of the exercises we had to do some ethical hacking in this program, but by all means, my payloads were probably downloaded free from Offensive Security, and I'm in no way ever going to be an AI bounty hunter, okay? I'm just not meant for the red team. I just thought I'd point that out. I had fun doing all the engineering work, but Kismet, Metasploit, I'll leave it to the bounty hunters, okay? That's about it. So with that, I hope that you have enjoyed getting to know a little bit about me, and I hope that you enjoy the content from my ePortfolio. And I want to thank University of San Diego for all of its incredible academic rigor and curriculum, and for accepting me into the program. And I also want to thank my company, Wells Fargo, who's been incredibly supportive during my academic 2-year tenure. So I want to thank them and the team that I'm on. And of course, I want to thank my friends and my family. Thank you all so much. I'm very excited about seeing where this goes. Have a great day, and thanks for your interest in seeing and getting to know me a little bit more. Bye-bye.